Welcome back. Now, knowing how and when to use the right gender terminology is very important. The Commission for Gender Equality has launched a booklet in Afrikaans to help you do just that. It's the first of its kind. The first one is in Afrikaans, and it now plans to publish it in all South African languages. To discuss this further, we are joined by Tamara Mathebula from the Commission. A very good morning to you, Tamara. You know, this is way delayed. You know that matters of gender have really come to the fore in recent times. They are very sensitive. Why is this booklet so important, and why has it taken so long?
Thank you very much, and good morning to you and good morning to your viewers. Thank you for having me this morning. I must say that this project, we started with this project way in 2017, 2018, and you would imagine that translating terminologies and certain languages just to promote multilingualism and to promote correct gender terms to be used to describe certain things actually takes a long time. The reason why we took so long was that we had to consult quite broadly, and the consultations were with certain bodies that are very good in translating certain languages. For an example, we went into partnership with the Pan South African Language Board, which is called PanSALB in short. We also consulted with the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture and Recreation. We also consulted with Afrikaans National Language Board. And all of these we did through the period of 2 years. We also went to civil society organizations as well, because you will find that there are provincial language committees that are there. There are LGBTI committees and members and formations that are out there, because you'll find that most of the language that is used is quite derogatory for certain groups of people, like members of the LGBTIQA communities. So we had to consult broadly. And I must also just correct that this is not the first booklet that we have translated. We have translated the English words. We have translated the Sotho texts. And this is the third booklet that we are launching yesterday, just 2 days before the the National Human Rights Day.
All right, thank you so much for that clarification, Tamara. Just talk to me about who this book is aimed towards and who it is going to end up assisting.
Yes, quite important question. This booklet is aimed at assisting the Afrikaans-speaking people, but also people broadly. And you'll find that in South Africa, we have realized that within the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, what we are actually promoting is to promote a freedom of speech. We are also looking at the fact that, Chapter 2 of the Constitution is actually talking about, the state that we must make sure that we don't discriminate. We promote freedom of speech. We promote culture. We promote beliefs, language, and birth. And all of those things are things that we are actually trying to promote in terms of translating the language so that we don't discriminate when we try to describe certain terms that are used in the gender sector. This book is aimed at the African-speaking people, the English, the Zulu, including all of us who are out there to educate the public on issues of gender equality, gender-based violence, gender discrimination, and gender norms. So you will find that more than 2 provinces in South Africa, for an example, the Western Cape, the Gauteng, the Northern Cape, the Free State, are the provinces that are predominantly using Afrikaans in their way of actually communicating and educating and raising awareness. So those provinces are actually aimed at using the booklet, and any other province like Gauteng, for an example, in Pretoria, there is quite a lot of Afrikaans speaking people, and even, the indigenous languages, they here and there put Afrikaans words that can sometimes be derogatory in describing either gender or sex or, or albinism, for an example. And these are some of the things that we are looking at and talking about.
And you've mentioned that this is the third translation, I think you said. Will we get to a point where we have these gender terminologies translated into all official languages?
Yes, you're quite correct. We are looking at making sure that the Commission for Gender Equality is translating the language, the gender terminology in all 11 official languages. And if I say 11, I'm quite aware that currently there is 9 official languages that are predominantly used, but we're quite cognizant of the fact that the San, the Namwa languages are not quite used, and we want to even go there and venture into looking at how can we make sure that sign language is also accommodated. So our next step is to use the next few financial years translating into Xhosa, Zulu, into Tswana, into Shivenda, and all other languages that are quite indigenous and are used in the context of South Africa.
All right, thank you very much, Tamara Mathebula from the Commission for Gender Equality.